여러분 안녕하세요. 자, thank you for joining this course, Cultural Fusion, Korean Pop Culture in a Globalized World. My name is Sang Seok-yun, and I'm going to be your instructor for this course this semester. This course is offered through BTAA, which is Big Ten Academic Alliance's Korean e-school program, and this course is offered from the University of Iowa, and it will be shared with University of Maryland and University of Minnesota. So Iowa students should meet me in person, and students from other institutions will join this course through the Zoom. So it's going to be a little bit challenging to interact each other through Zoom and in person. I have been teaching this course about 10 years, and it has been quite successful. So you will find this course not very challenging. This course is a kind of introductory course to Korean culture. I used to focus on linguistic phenomenon a lot, which is my major area. But from like 3-4 years ago, I just opened the topic to Korean culture in general, like specifically pop culture. So maybe some of you are interested in Korean traditional culture, which is good, but we'll be more focused on this like modern culture, which is fusion of like Korean culture and American culture and other European cultures more and so on. So in this video, I'm going to go through our syllabus so that you will have a more concrete idea about what this course is going to be about. So as I said, the title is Cultural Fusion, Korean Pop Culture in a Globalized World. And we are going to meet at Tuesday and Thursdays at 11:30 a.m. through 12:45 p.m., which is Central Time. So Iowa students and Minnesota students, just join at this time. And for Maryland students, it's going to be 12:30 through 1:45. So same time, but Central Time and Eastern Time. And as I said, my name is Sang Seok-yun, and this is my email. You will receive my email so that you can ask me any questions through my email. And I'm going to have this student drop-in hours, which is like office hour. Specifically, I would like to meet students from the Minnesota and Maryland through Zoom, several times throughout the semester. The purpose of this course is to understand the characteristics of Korean language and culture with a specific focus on contemporary Korean pop culture, which is experiencing expanding global influence. Students will explore a diverse array of popular culture forms, including music, which is represented by K-pop, and drama, K-drama, and Korean fashion, and Korean film, and gaming, K-beauty, with a primary emphasis on their global circulation to and from Korea through online channels. Throughout the course, students will engage in discussions related to the universal appeal of Korean popular culture on the global stage, while delving into themes such as linguistic hybridization, gender and sexuality, modernity, national trauma, xenophobia, racial tensions, queer feminist movements, and cultural transnationalism. Our topic is not going to be just limited to these topics, so feel free to give me suggestions on the topics you would like to talk about in this class. And also, when we talk about Korean culture, I'll ask you to compare Korean culture to your own culture. So if you are just from America, then think about American culture. Throughout the years, that I have been teaching this course, I was quite surprised that students are quite ignorant about their own culture. I'm not saying you are ignorant, but maybe you didn't have chance to think about your own culture deeply. So while talking about Korean culture, you will have chance to think about your own culture. Then your world view on this cultural differences will be widened. So which is I am really value on throughout the semester. Korean society has undergone rapid transformation, particularly since the Second World War, and as a result, contemporary Korean culture reflects these significant changes. By the conclusion of this course, students will have developed a nuanced appreciation for the intricate interplay between cultural trends and societal transformations, gaining insights into how these dynamics have shaped Korea's contemporary cultural landscape. So Korea was one of the poorest countries 60, 70 years ago. But now Korea is one of the major countries in the world. And throughout this short time, there have been lots of things happened in Korea, positively and negatively. So yeah, let's have chance to discuss variety of topics on this rapid development of this Korean society. So my learning objectives include but not limited to: upon completion of this course, students are expected to demonstrate basic knowledge of the characteristics of Korean culture, identify major themes and issues in Korean pop culture and society, analyze the global impact of Korean popular culture, understand the thought patterns unique to Korean culture, distinct from those of other cultures, understand the social conventions of Korean society, develop cross-cultural insights and deepen their understanding of their own culture. So yeah, as we move on this semester, you'll have a better sense of what I mean by developing cross-cultural insights. You don't need any textbook for this class. So I'm going to share several papers for this class, and you can just download them from this site, Canvas site. Attendance and absences will be considered very seriously throughout the semester. University regulations require that students be allowed to make up examinations which have been missed due to illness or other unavoidable circumstances. So if you have anything happen to your life, please let me know as soon as possible. Then I'll give you my extensions, or we are not going to have any exams for this class, but there will be some assignments. So if you need more extension, then let me know. And if you have to miss any class, then let me know in advance. It will be considered very seriously, especially online students. Don't just disappear, in the middle of the class. Or I know, some students just turn off their camera and just, disappear. So yeah, please turn on your camera, and I will often ask you to, discuss with other students. So yeah, please stay online throughout the semester. Please, don't hesitate to contact me if you have anything happened in your life. Then we will discuss and find out how to make up for any missing classes. So I have this policy to make you guys feel a little better. So students are granted the flexibility of 2 unexcused absences, which will not require any explanation. But don't just make use of this. So I made this a little bit of flexibility, but it's not just for making use of some free time. It's going to be okay until 2 times. Yeah, I'll be sad if I don't see you in class. So please try not to miss any class throughout the semester. And our grade is going to be assessed this way. So as I said, attendance and participation is really important. And presentation, I'm going to ask you to make at least one presentation about a paper you choose throughout the semester. So each one of you will be assigned to make at least 2 presentations, or 1 or 2. Let's see, how many students are attending this course eventually. So make at least 1 or 2 presentations on the reading materials for the course. For your presentation, please include the following. So first, please summarize the contents of the paper thoroughly, and prepare a PowerPoint presentation for visual effectiveness, and make handouts that go along with your PowerPoint presentation, and prepare at least 5 discussion questions. So I'm going to give you one example presentation, by me. At the early stage of the semester, and then I'll ask you guys to choose one of the papers of your interest and make a short presentation. It's like about 10 to 15 minutes presentation is going to be fine. And I'll also ask you to make a presentation about your final project, and we will talk about this more in detail later. So like you choose a topic for your final presentation and make about 10 minutes presentation what you are going to write for your final project. So yeah, we will talk about this more in detail later. So final project, there will be a final paper based on the readings, class discussions, and your own research. And I expect about 5 pages, double space. So it's not going to be very like a big paper. Your topic should be related to various cultural phenomenon in Korean or your own culture. So you may be able to write about some specific cultural phenomenon in Korea or in America, or comparison between Korean culture and or Korean culture and American culture. Or if you are familiar with some other culture, then you can discuss about your own culture too. So basically the grading is going to be like this. And if you have any questions, please let me know during the synchronous class time. So I'll give you a list of papers, and I'm thinking of these kind of topics. So let me talk about this briefly, like linguistic hybridity. So like you may know that Korean people use lots of English expressions in their everyday lives. So they use more simple English expressions like thank you and more good morning, those kind of expressions. And they use lots of English loan words like computer, ice cream. And when you listen to K-pop, you may have noticed that they use lots of English expressions. Sometimes they are weird, like they say Konglish. So we will talk about this linguistic hybridity phenomenon in Korean. Especially use of English and Konglish in Korean society. And Korean food. What kind of Korean food do you like? In the past, when we talk about Korean food, they mostly talked about Korean traditional food like bulgogi, galbi, those like meat-based food, or bibimbap kind of food. But recently, I have noticed that many American supermarkets they carry like 불닭볶음면, which is not Korean traditional food, but like hybrid food kind of thing. And many Korean so-called Korean foods are not Korean traditional food. So yeah, we will talk about cultural fusion from the examples of Korean food. Do you know army stew? Yeah, that's kind of one of the representative example of this cultural fusion in Korean food. So we'll talk about this, like street foods, army stew kind of thing. And you may be interested in K-pop. Is K-pop Korean traditional music? No, it's a kind of mixture of like American music style, like hip hop or pop or rock, and some styles are borrowed from Japanese J-pop, and so K-pop, we have this concept of K-pop, but personally, I don't know what K-pop exactly mean. So yeah, we will have chance to talk about this K-pop. Especially maybe we can talk about this music style or use of English or Konglish, or you may have seen Korean in Korean hip hop. Some of them try to use African American vernacular English in their rap. So yeah, we will have chance to talk about this phenomenon together. And Korean drama. Do you watch Korean drama? On Netflix, there are lots of K dramas. So you may have found that Korean dramas are unique, in terms of like the storylines or the images and the scenes they show in the drama. So we will have chance to talk about the characteristics of Korean dramas, and also Korean movies. Korean movies are really welcomed in the world, like in the field of this film, and there are very famous directors. Bong Joon-ho or Park Chan-wook. So you may have watched their movies before. So let's talk about Korean movies. And one of the assignments of this course is going to be watching a Korean movie and write about it. So like you can just choose one Korean movie. Maybe you can just write about a movie you have watched before, or you can just select a new movie and watch it. I'll recommend you to some movies, but you can choose any Korean movie. That's going to be fine. And you may know this word webtoon. Korean, cartoons, right? Web cartoon. And webtoons are kind of unique to Korean culture. It's not Korean thing, but this style of webtoon was developed by Korean artists. So we can talk about this cultural phenomenon through this webtoon. Okay, so generally we are going to talk about these kind of topics. So throughout the semester, I will deal with Korean culture, but I don't think I know everything about Korean culture. What I understand about Korean culture and what Korean people in Korea, like younger generation Korean people in Korea, what they feel, what they know, what they understand about Korean culture are maybe different. So I'll be your guide to explore the Korean culture. Probably, there are chances that I will teach you something, but rather than teaching you Korean culture, but I will guide you to explore the Korean culture in your own way. Then I would like to give you one assignment for today, which is what comes to your mind when you hear this word Korean culture? Please write some words and please think about what you know about Korean culture and write about them. 자, 그러면 여러분 감사합니다.